Boom! Happy Father's Day message to the dads out there. I think it's a really important holiday. I think that what we do as fathers is a job that sometimes goes obviously unrecognized, but I think even in the greater society, in a world of, King of Queens, like I mentioned that TV show because it's just one example of a TV show where, there's a beautiful, intelligent woman and a dad that's like not really representing for us, that's like needs to be saved from himself. He's like a boy, he's like a kid. It's like this awesome example of a woman and this horrible example of a man. You see it a lot in our society, and there's been an attack on masculinity, and there's no more honor in society, respect for authority, nothing sacred anymore, so now more than ever, fathers need to do our jobs. And in my opinion, we've gotten to this place because men haven't done their jobs at speaking up and things like that, and we're all part of that. But and we've allowed things to get so out of hand, and women are being taught through feminism to try and overtake a lot of things that are really our domain, if I can be completely honest with you. A good masculine alpha man protects and provides. Everyone wins when men are healthy, and we've seen the fallout in our society of having unhealthy men and having men raised. Women can raise a good man. I was raised primarily with my mom, but we see the fallout of a society that has no masculine values because men are being raised by women, and then they go to school and continue learning from women, and men are not learning how to be men. And men are the backbone of a society. Men provide and protect. When the men are weak, the society is completely vulnerable. Your opinions and your rights and wrongs and all that stuff, those things don't make you formidable enough to defend a nation. You know what I'm saying? And there are some women out there that are strong and stuff, but the reality is a healthy society needs healthy men and healthy women. And now more than ever, we're hemorrhaging almost to death those values. So, on this Father's Day, I just want you guys to take a minute and pat yourselves on the back, because the reality is you're the only ones going to do it, and the things that we do are some of the most important things that need to be done in a society. Having standards, enforcing standards, tough love, the highest form of love in my opinion, because it's not a parasitic love. A tough love is, I'm going to give you what you need. You may not understand it, and I'm going to give it to you at the expense of your affection, but I'm going to give it to you out of straight love. You can be mad at me if you want to, but I love you enough to give you what you need, and hopefully one day you'll understand, and hopefully you stay out of jail and you stay off the strip. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of those clear heels, as Chris Rock would say. But the reality of what we do so often is we do the things that people don't see or appreciate until the wolf is at the door and it's time to get bailed out or it's time to get rescued. You know what I'm saying? And provision doesn't equal affection. Us providing doesn't mean our kids are going to appreciate it and love us until they get older and they have to walk in our shoes. Protection is something people don't think they need until they realize they need it right now. It's like a parachute. When you need a parachute, all you need is a parachute, and that's what's going on in our society. So remember, gentlemen, as you do what you need to do as good fathers, you're not doing it so that they love you back. You're not doing it so that they recognize, what you do and who you are. They're not going to recognize what you do and who you are because they're not men, and they don't see what we see. They don't understand what we understand in many cases, and they don't see our value until the enemy's at the door in many cases. But you need to be a man. You need to be a man every single day. You need to be a masculine example, unapologetically masculine example as to what a real man is, so that your little girl can understand what she needs to find in this world to complete that. You need to be a man so she can see what you need to raise that bar, raise that standards. Men stand for standards. When God wants to get something done in the world, he sends a man. And, that's what it says in Genesis, let man have dominion here. And so with all these problems in society, it breaks my heart when people are like, how could God let this happen? It's not God. God's got a plan, but he has a body. He needs men down here to get things done. Okay? So we are the ones who die to save our society. We are the disposable sex, and we We exist to literally give our friends, families, and loved ones a blood transfusion of our power, of our focus, of our drive, of our determination. And you've got to hold them in your hearts while you go out there every single day and you work. And you work for the system in order to provide and protect them from the elements. And this is what we do. We're out on the line. We're out on the perimeter, making sure the other tribes don't take what we hold most sacred. And we've got to do it. And many times, and women can do it too, but men, this is our role. This is our cause. This is our mission. Okay. And it isn't just something that's outside of us. It's also got to be in our homes. We need to stand up for our values. Don't let pop culture raise your children. They don't love your children. They don't know what's best for your children. This is a consumer-driven society. Every message that enters your home is designed to turn your children into mindless eaters, okay? Into consumers. Okay, that's what all this stuff is all about, because the world exists for man, not money, and it takes a man to stand between that and to educate and to be an example, and finally remember, they're not going to remember as much of what you say. They're going to remember what you do and who you are. So your ultimate gift to your family is the quality of the man that you can be in every moment and the man that you can, by the grace of God, become. And it ain't easy. You all know what I'm talking about. It ain't easy being a man. And they're not. And don't expect them to sympathize with you. Don't expect them to understand. Don't think you can talk to them about your problems and they'll help you feel better. It doesn't work that way. Okay? Problems go up to the top and you're at the top. So you've got to deal with them. The buck stops with you. And men, we are the backbone of our society, regardless of what society tries to teach us and make females into action heroes and all this other stuff they're doing. You are the warriors. You are the champions of your family, and you need to lead from the front. We cannot fail in this. Our families, our societies, our cultures, our countries around the world, the planet depends on and rises and falls on the backs of strong men. It always has, and it always will, gentlemen. So on this Father's Day, man, I want to wish you guys happy Father's Day. Be present with your families. Soak up time with your families. If you're not with your families, you be a good man wherever you are, because it's more violent and aggressive out here for men and the identity of masculinity than it ever has been before. And I sympathize with you. I understand, but you stand strong and you hold the line, gentlemen. Happy Father's Day. Byron Rodgers, protector by nature and by trade. I'll see you on the next video, and hopefully we get to train together. Out. Boom.